Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share and hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, thank you so much for all of your support. It truly means the world. With that said, if you would like to book a personal tarot reading with me, you can do so on the website addressed below. And before we start, I have a sale on my Astro Mandala reading, £20 off. I have £20 off of the 12 months ahead in focus, and also after the 31st of January this year I will no longer be doing 30-minute readings. So if you would like one, you need to get it booked before then. It doesn't need to be this month, it does need to be booked this month though. With that said, all the business out of the way, I would like to bless all of my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's see what the week ahead has in store for you. What are you removing, releasing or letting go of from your life this week? And this week you got the Hermit. So you are coming out of your shell this week, Sagittarius. Whatever it is that you were holding back, whatever it is that was making you hold yourself back, this week it kind of feels like the shackles or the chains are coming off. It's kind of like you're throwing the curtains open. And this week you're saying to yourself, after the eclipse as well, which is really interesting, it really feels like you're saying to yourself, you know what, I now have a good understanding of what it is that I truly want, and I now have a really good understanding and ultimately I've discovered the wisdom of my life for myself. It really feels like you've done a lot of deep personal work in order to get to this understanding of where you're going from here on in. This part of the Jupiter transit that's taken place for you guys has only just started to yield its results, only just started to give its dividends, right? And this is in large part because now you understand yourself and ultimately where you're going from here on in. You know, with the Hermit card as what you're letting go of, you're coming out of your shell and you're ready to start sharing this stuff with the world. Interesting, because we saw, I think it was last week, you were preparing to launch something, so it looks like this week you're going for it, or certainly you know, laying the actual foundations of making it real tangible. So what are you working on now? What is at the heart or the meat of the matter? You've got the Six of Swords. So there's movement taking place. For some of you, this is about journeys. This is about really going on a trip of some kind. For some of you, this really feels like an exploratory trip. It's kind of like you're going somewhere to learn something or to gather information before you make this grand declaration to the world. You're kind of gathering information. You're taking, you know, that's what it feels like to me. You're going somewhere in order to gather information, to get the information that you need to make the changes that you want to make. This card also talks about moving away from some kind of troubled waters, and when I see it with the Hermit card there, it really feels very much to me like whatever it is, that it's almost like something that somebody said or something that you've held on to that somebody said. You're moving past that now. It's kind of like you're peeling it off like a layer and saying, right, okay, I've held on to that enough. I'm not doing the pity party anymore. So that's great, you know, really, really awesome. And then finally, with what you're welcoming in this week, what's the energy that's trying to break into your life? You got the Tower card. So really, and this feels to me like a controlled tower, as if that were even possible, right? What I mean by that is I feel like you've got a handle on this. The feeling that I get from it is it's almost like you are... It's almost like you're preempting the tower, or it's you that's shaking it down. It feels to me like you're about to upset your own apple cart. It really feels like you're about to change some kind of structure or way of being or way of doing things, and I kind of feel like a lot of points of reference for other people are about to shift around this. It feels for me like you're bringing something down, and because you've had this startling, you know, you've gained this knowledge, this inner wisdom of self, and you're coming out from behind the curtain with the Tower card as what you're welcoming in. It's kind of like you're ready not only to declare that, but you're also ready to change things completely. And if that means shaking down some kind of old structure or getting rid of some preconceived notion, you're kind of like, yeah, fuck it, I'll blow that shit up if I need to. You know, not literally, of course, but, you know, figuratively speaking, certainly in a social sense, it really feels for me like you're about to launch something and you're like, you know what, I'm not going to censor myself anymore. I don't care who this upsets. And I don't mean that in a callous way. I just kind of feel like you're beyond this kind of like, you know what, I've tried to do it in the calm, easy way, and it looks like it's just going to have to be a case of rip the band-aid off. Once it's off, you can deal with it, right? I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know how it shapes up. Let me know what it is that you are shaking the foundations of in your life. I wish you all of that good stuff. Take care, and I'll see you very soon for more videos.